Okay, so here's the deal. I have a secret about this channel that Jason doesn't know, and Kylie doesn't know, and Devin doesn't know. Are you ready for this? You ready for the secret? So, here's the deal. The Synergy logo is quite a clever amalgamation of three things. 1, the Greek letter psi. 2, the word nerd. 3, the Japanese katakana for the sound G. I happen to have a good friend who spent 2 years in Japan and is sort of one of the original otakus. He has informed me that the Japanese katakana Synergy's logo is actually the Japanese katakana for guy and not G, since they just put in GY instead of GI into some translator. So it's half embarrassing, half, that's what happens. But I figured I'd really passive-aggressively tell them like this and generate abstract content for my video log. So I guess I'm cheating a little bit instead of just telling them. But it gives me a great segue to talk about what happens when you screw up when you're translating something or you write the wrong letters. For example, this one time, back in the old days, because we're such, anime hipsters, me and my friends decided to watch the brand new series, Full Metal Alchemist, which is only out in Japan, so we purchased bootleg DVDs. Couldn't just get fan subs at the time. We ordered these bootleg DVDs online, and eventually they came. We're watching, and it's fine, and it's whatever, and the subtitles are okay. We come to a very emotional episode where Scar has to split apart a girl and a dog who have been alchemied together. He puts his hand on this poor being and says, "You poor soul," and attempts to split them apart and ends up killing them both. And it's very bloody and it's a very emotional scene, but as it turns out, in the subtitles, it says, "You poop soul." Which, as you could guess, probably ruins the moment. I know this concept of English is something that's so common these days. One of the most popular images of all time is the Chinese storefront, which has the Chinese characters, and then underneath it says, "Translate server error." Beautiful pieces of the internet is your friend, but it's not your friend at the same time. You have to use the internet smart. In this day and age, everybody's using the internet, and it's great. But I think the youth of tomorrow are going to be much smarter than us because they're going to grow up with the internet. They'll make mistakes at an early age rather than now. Oh, let me click on this link on Facebook. Jimmy Von Dickinson wants to play Crab Raiders with me. This sounds perfect. Oh my gosh, I have an STD. That's going to happen to everyone at 5 years old instead of at 13 or 45. Kids are going to be in school. Their teacher's going to walk in and go, "Okay, kids, today is your first day out in the wild. We're just going to desensitize you. If you'll all look over here, I'm going to put up some slides on the They don't use overhead projectors anymore. They're just going to project it. Maybe by that time they'll beam it into their minds." This is really disturbing given what I'm about to say. If you'll all look over here, here's a picture of Goatsy. This is the type of image you'll find on the internet. Now if you look next, this is Tub Girl. These are popular images on the internet. Beware. Be smart. Like I said, the internet's a scary place, and hopefully kids in the next generation will be smart about it and won't click all willy-nilly on their links. Hopefully in the future we won't have to have virus scanning software because people are smart enough. I actually don't have any virus software. That's not an invitation. This is cool experimenting with this quick cuts. I can say something naturally and then say the part I want to quick cut later, and then it's bam, bam, bam. I can just do whatever I want. You'd be like, "Ah!" Or, ooh, this would be a good one. "Ha-ha! Ha-ha!" Yeah, quick cuts are pretty sweet. With video editing skills, you can be like... But anyway, I was talking about the internet and how people in the future are... Anyway, the future's gonna be awesome. Hopefully a technological breakthrough will make it awesome. You won't have to translate properly and just be like, "Computer, please let me talk to somebody who speaks both English and Japanese." "Oh, great, great, great. What is the letter for the sound G?" And they'd be like, "Oh, hi, 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 so da yo." And then you'd be like, "Oh, yes, alright. Here's the katakana." For comparison's sake, check it out. And in conclusion, I've been talking for way too long, so goodbye.